Guys, I'll be honest, I don't know what we're doing here. Never really went over any details at all, so I just brought as much as I could.
Yeah, just the basics.
Probably a tripod. Might be a long day.
So once you're finished with that, go and wash the windows and send it out. Understand? No. Go downstairs and let our guest in. And if I see you before we're done shooting, there will be consequences. Understand? I said, do you fucking understand?
Yes.
Good. Now leave.
Hi, is your mom home?
Where'd that girl go?
I don't know.
Hi. You must be Chris. And nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, we should probably get going on setup if we want to stay on schedule, so.
Yeah, of course. Call me down when you're ready for me.
Wait, don't you want to give us direction, any walking or lighting or anything? I mean, this is your show.
Nope. You're professionals, aren't you? Well, I'm sure you can make me look great all by yourselves. Although it's not hard to do. I'll be upstairs when you're ready for me.
Wait, just...
I don't know.
Scrappy Doo's been found dead in Miami.
Hello everyone and welcome to my new show, Detrimental Yet Delicious, the show with delectable eats and tasteless quips. I'm your host, Jamie Taylor, and without further ado, let's kick this off with the worst chocolate chip cookies ever. First off, we'll need a cup of unsalted butter, melted and cooled for at least 5 minutes. Make sure this stuff is unsalted or else you'll have some chocolate saltines on your hands. They're inedible to everyone but your pets. Anyway, after your butter is cool, throw in about 1.5 cups of light brown sugar paired with 1/2 cup of granulated sugar and mix well. Next, 2 eggs, stirring until combined. We'll need to add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract and then our secret ingredient, about 1/4 cup of maple syrup. In a separate bowl, we'll combine about 3 1/4 cups flour, 2 teaspoons cornstarch, and about a teaspoon each of baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Be careful not to use kosher salt for this recipe, only dinner salt, at the risk of getting that saltine effect again. If I catch you putting kosher salt in this recipe, you'll be treated like the Egyptian Jews in the 1950s. Now, we just need to add the flour mixture to the rest of the wet ingredients. Now that this dough mixture is sufficiently mixed, we're on to the hard part. We have to cover it and let it chill for 1/2 an hour. Chilling, you might be saying. I told you that this recipe was the worst. Get over it. Everyone, the dough is chilled, so we'll scoop it up in about 1 to 2 inch balls and place them on a separate and prepared cookie sheet. It looks like the oven is sufficiently preheated to a nice and toasty 350. Let's go ahead and throw these bad boys in for about 13 minutes or until the edges are golden brown. Now that these babies are done, we'll let them cool on a sheet until we put the next batch in. Just rinse and repeat for the rest of the dough and you'll be golden. Alrighty, So because the studio's rules and guidelines hinder my creativity, we're forced to throw in another recipe and to buff this episode out. I hope you all like burgers. If you don't, please don't ever watch my show again. We'll be making an American classic, the smash burger, or diner burger, or whatever you want to call it. I don't give a shit. Tastes the same either way. Alright, so first thing we'll need to do is make a burger sauce. Everyone does this differently. Personally, I throw in equal parts ketchup and mayo, about a teaspoon of your preferred brand of mustard, a couple shakes of garlic and onion powder, and salt and pepper to taste. Most people like to add chopped pickles to the sauce, but pickles aren't allowed in my kitchen because they're fucking disgusting. So all we need to do is mix these ingredients together and voila, a delectable burger sauce. Watch. Delicious. Now we're going to saute some onions. So before we throw these onions, I'm going to melt a bit of butter in the bottom of the pan until it's bubbling and glistening. I'm going to go ahead and saute these onions on medium-high heat until they've got a nice transparency and a little color. Now these are looking almost perfect. I'm going to splash them a couple times with some nice cooking remove, giving them an extra bit of sophistication that really brings this burger together at least. Now on the burger itself, I'm using about a 1/4 pound of 80% lean ground beef. We'll just need to shape this guy into a nice sized meatball. If it's overworked, the thing will just fall apart and you'll have the shittiest sloppy joes known to man. Now all we need to do is get a pan scorching hot and pour in a generous helping of olive oil, being sure to coat the pan evenly. While this is heating up, I'm going to season my meatball here on both sides with a bit of kosher salt and freshly ground pepper. Beautiful. Now that this oil is nice and glistening, I'm going to pop this bad boy on and using 2 spatulas, squash the meatball down onto a skillet until it's roughly the thickness and shape of a burger. Now we just have to wait for the first side to cook and get a nice crust creeping up the sides. Now that we have a beautifully brown crust, I'll give this guy a flip and hit it with some cheese. Most people use American cheese for this kind of burger, but since I'm better than most people, and because American cheese is like using an old condom found in the parking lot of a Motel 6, I'll be using a delightful slice of cheddar. Now we just need to wait for the cheese to melt and we'll be ready to plate up. Finally, the moment I've been tirelessly working towards. First off, we'll solder the bottom of the bun with my burger sauce, then the patty itself, and finally top it off with our sauteing onions and top bun. Now come on, don't tell me that this doesn't look like the best burger you've ever seen. Incredible. Well folks, I'm Jamie Taylor and this has been Detrimental Yet Delicious. Tune in next time for more comfort food when I make a Cajun chicken Alfredo followed by my very own mother's famous chili recipe. Thanks for watching.
I don't know, man. I thought she was kind of weird. I mean, she was so full of herself, and like, what was with that kid?
I don't know. I don't know.
Got my attention, baby. And I can't make a move. Like a child, a star for love. I'll stay there as long as I have to. I'll cry a river of tears that flows to the sea. of you. I know that your mama said, I'm gonna make